In this video, I'm going to discuss the latest application rate for BTO in this February launch. Now, let's start with the total supply and demand for all flat types. And consistent with yesterday, Tampines is still leading the way as the most popular town in this round of BTO. As you can see, there are close to 5,700 applicants for Tampines, even though the amount of supply is like less than 10% of that. And then another town that is proven to be very popular is Bukit Merah, where there are over 3,200 applicants. For Sembawang, in terms of the demand and supply is almost tied. So I think people who apply to Sembawang will have a great chance in general to secure a flat. And then for Toa Payoh, as of today, the amount of demand has surpassed its supply. Now let's talk about two-room flexi, specifically with the total supply and demand first. So again, Tampines is the most popular. As of today, we already have close to 2,300 applicants applying for Tampines. And then another popular town is Bukit Merah. And then for Sembawang and Toa Payoh, the numbers are pretty close with one another. But at least for two-room flexi, as you can see, for all towns, the amount of demand has surpassed its supply. Now let's talk about the two-room flexi application rate. But for seniors, for now, Tampines is already at 8. So meaning there are 8 seniors who will be fighting for one two-room flexi flat in Tampines. And then Bukit Merah is at 2, Toa Payoh is 1.6, and Sembawang is the only town where the application rate for two-room flexi for senior is still less than 1. Now for singles, the number is, I know, kind of scary because for Tampines, as predicted yesterday, today, Tampines already exceed 100, which means that there are 103 singles fighting over one two-room flexi flat in Tampines. So the numbers is not good. But other towns also, everything is already more than 1. Bukit Merah at 7, Sembawang at 3, and Toa Payoh at 4.8. For first-timer families, only Tampines is more than 1 in terms of the application rate. But other than that, you can pretty much pick any town for first-timer families interested in two-room flexi. Now, next up, let's talk about the application rate for second-timer families. For Tampines, the application rate is 7.7 because of the very limited supply allocated for second-timer families. And then for Bukit Merah, Sembawang, and Toa Payoh, all of them are still at less than 1. Next up, let's talk about three-room flats. In terms of total supply and demand, as you can see, all towns also already surpass its demand. Tampines in particular is leading with 486 applicants applying for three-room flat in Tampines as of today. Bukit Merah and Sembawang is almost neck and neck with close to 200 applicants. And then the town with the less amount of applicants is Toa Payoh. But then even that, the amount of applicants already surpassed its supply. Now let's talk about the three-room application rate for first-timer families. Right now, for 3-room, Tampines is already at 3.1, Sembawang at 1.2. But then if you want a good chance to secure a flat, Bukit Merah is still available. This one for Red Hill Peaks, it's within walking distance to MRT station, so I think that would be a good option. Toa Payoh is also available at 0.6 in terms of application rate. However, for Kim Kiat Kres, it is a long walk from the MRT station. Most likely you would just need to rely on feeder bus. So personally, between Bukit Merah and Toa Payoh, I would prefer the Bukit Merah location more because both Bukit Merah and Toa Payoh are going to be slapped with 10 years MOP anyway and also subsidy clawback. So might as well choose the one that is nearer to MRT station, but that's just me. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, it's up to you and your family. Next up, we have the 3-room application rate for second-timer families. So as you can see, for Tampines and Bukit Merah, also Toa Payoh, all of them already reached double digit, already more than 10, with Tampines leading the way with 17.9. Sembawang is the lowest with 7.2, but then in the bigger scheme of all, 7.2 is still quite high because that means more than 7 families are fighting over one 3-room flat in Sembawang. Now let's talk about 4-room flats. Right now, I'm showing you the total supply and demand for 4-room flat across all towns for BTO. And again, similar theme, Tampines is just very popular across the board, regardless of the flat type. Tampines is leading the way. Right now, it's close to 3,000 applicants for Tampines. I think by tomorrow, for sure, it will exceed 3,000. But then the amount of supply is only 337. Hopefully, HDB will launch more Tampines sites in the future because it is undeniable that Tampines is very, very popular among BTO hopefuls. The only town where they still have the amount of supply higher than the demand is Sembawang, because as of today, the amount of applicants to Sembawang, interestingly, is only 557, but then the amount of supply is 725. So looks like the two Sembawang projects that are being offered in this BTO launch will end up in future SBF because the numbers are not looking appealing right now. Because remember, not everybody who got the queue number will actually select a flat, right? Some of them probably would just choose the penalty regardless of their reasoning. So most likely the two Sembawang projects will end up in future round of SBF. So this is the application rate for first-timer families for 4-room flat. Right now, Tampines is at 6.2, Bukit Merah is at 1.8, and if you want a sure chance to secure a flat, try Toa Payoh or Sembawang. And then for second-timer families for 4-room flat, Tampines is already at 31, which I think the numbers will continue to swell even for tomorrow, which is the closure dates. And then as you can see, Bukit Merah also already reached a double digit with 13.4, Sembawang at 2.8, and Toa Payoh at 4.4. Now let's look at 5-room. For 5-room, there's only one town offering 5-room in this round of BTO, which is Sembawang. Interestingly, the number of applicants is not growing as much as I thought it would be. As you can see, there are 662 5-room units available. But even until today, day 7 of the application period, there's only 370 applicants, which means that there are still quite a lot of flats that will be unsold, because I doubt the numbers will significantly change by tomorrow. I mean, we'll see how it goes. But it looks like for Sembawang, quite a lot of these units will ended up in SBF in the future. In terms of the application rate for first-timer families, it is still rounded up to 0.3. And then for second-timer families, it is rounding up to 2.7. Now, as far as I remember, if let's say the allocation for first-timer families are not taken up, I think some of those allocation will be given to second-timer families. So if you are second-timer families who are looking for a big apartment and you're open to buy Sembawang, probably this is a good chance to snap a flat here. Because if the Sembawang shipyard transformation plan actually push through, the Sembawang flats will actually be a gold mine, because there will be new MRT station coming up, and then there will be more amenities in that area. And then these flats only comes with standard BTO restrictions, meaning the typical 5-year MOP, you can rent out the whole flat even after MOP, etc. And then there are also some school selections in the area if you have school-going children, which will also help when you try to sell the flat. So, yeah, if you're open-minded for Sembawang, the chance is still here. As usual, here's the screen grab of the HDB table of application rate for BTO as of today. Come back again tomorrow if you want to know the update. And if you are interested to know the SBF application rate, check out my other videos because it's being discussed separately. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. To support my work, you can give a one-time tip by pressing the thanks button, pick the amount that you want, and click buy and send. Or you can also press the join button for exclusive contents and monthly membership. Your support means a lot to keep us independent. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!